Hey gamers, welcome back. So we just saw the Iron Pariah pass by with its payload of cats. What do you think of it? Is it full of ghosts? Oh, I don't know, probably. I mean, no, definitely not. You don't believe in ghosts, do you? No. Never met a young kid who really believed in ghosts. Lots of older people do, though. Wonder why that is. Someone told me she got close to it by accident and heard a strange wailing sound. She was a passenger on the Mammoth. Said she'd been out fishing on a rowboat and got swept up by a current near the cluttered place. Before she knew it, the Iron Pariah was on her, unimaginably massive up close, but eerily silent. The only sound, she said, was the lapping of the lake water against its iron hull, and a faint sort of, well, she said a chorus of mews. I'll be damned if I know what that sounds like, haha. I've never gotten close enough to the ship myself. Supposedly there's nobody ever aboard. No people, I mean. There must be something on there. Life is everywhere. Rats, insects, some kind of hardy mold. Part of it could be flooded and host to some eyeless fish that live in the echo. Hey, maybe there's some mushrooms growing in there, slowly consuming military rations from over 100 years ago. More mysteries. They do pile up over time, as people forget the details. Thanks for taking me mushroom picking. Mushroom hunting. You can pick apples because they're right there in the open. Mushrooms hide. You have to hunt for them. Ezra's parents shook him awake. They seemed alarmed, but not immediately concerned. They took him back to the house, past the house, into the car. Dad said they were going to stay at the bus station for a while. The one with the little arcade with the card game he liked. Dad watched him closely in the rear-view mirror, expecting Ezra to be excited or confused or scared, but he didn't feel anything. He hardly seemed to hear. In fact, he felt like he was observing the family car from a distance, from far above, from the clouds. Well, okay then. It's time to go. Have I mentioned that this game is weird? See that rough circle of rocks, of rocky protrusions near the slope? It's more intricate than it looks. More than 2/3 of it is actually underwater. I haven't seen it myself, but listen to this. It's man-made, and the rocks weren't placed according to their size. So what's visible is more or less uniformly random selection of the overall shape. It looks like it might be a spiral, all told. Or maybe some kind of meditative labyrinth. At the head of it is a petrified oak stump. It was moved here from above ground, of course, decades ago. That's where the ceremony took place. The Locks were married here. Many frail-tongued observers said they should just go with lock or luck, or split the difference with look, or even lick. Or really anything else, but it was never going to happen. Marge Luck and Errol Locke met in prison. She was a volunteer teaching conflict mediation skills to guards, and he was employed at the side gate, accepting deliveries and greeting visitors. Neither of them once saw a prisoner. Their engagement was welcome news for the family businesses, who'd been looking for some opportunity to merge interests. These were the Locks of Lock Large Animal Storage and the Lucks of Luck Family Nut Company. Surely someone in some branch of these two great trees had elephant husbandry on the brain. This is all speculation. The ceremony itself was humble and perfunctory, and it must have somehow involved these rocks. Maybe they walked around them in a spiral, like a symbol of their ever-tightening bond. And it must have also involved that petrified stump. Neither family is particularly religious, but rumors persist that the officiant wore a robe. Okay. Shannon helped me fix up a mushroom stew in the kitchen. Using, of course, the death cap. The Mucky Mammoth. Ezra only got one mushroom. Add a few of these really big caps with slimy gills. I shouldn't say slimy, moist. The lady in the video called for portobello, but I prefer to never know a mushroom by name. So this is a breakfast stew? It will be, but not today. This stew is for tomorrow. It has to simmer all day. Some things are just better done slowly. We've added the anonymous mushrooms, so next we got the recipe video on pause next door. I used to follow a recipe I learned from Ida herself, the best cook you're gonna meet on this river. Of course, it had a few secret ingredients. She has the good sense to preserve some mystery about her cooking. Better for business. Ida is so shrewd, she swore me not only to secrecy but to ignorance. I had to promise to forget the recipe just as soon as I'd cooked it. Let me tell you, it's not so easy to forget something on purpose as you may think, my friend. Not so easy. Yeah, get some good sounds recorded, Ezra. We didn't really do much of that earlier. Stir that pot, stir that pot. Hell yeah. Bubbling stew pot. God, I could go for some good stew. Maybe not mushroom stew, but admittedly I've never had mushroom stew, so maybe mushroom stew. Hey Shannon. Video. Crushed tomatoes, salsa, or even a little ketchup. Here's the thing, nobody has to know. Throw in some more of the spice blend we threw together earlier. Stir all that up and crack a beer, baby. You'll be here for a while. What did she just say to do? Will's trying to make this stew right now. She just said to add something red. Saw some maraschino cherries in there. Maybe I can help him figure it out. I got kind of sucked into this program. I thought Kate was making the stew. Even that wasn't enough to convince her. So I trained rigorously in the art of forgetting, studying for months under a master amnesiac. Finally, I learned to forget so quickly and accurately I was able to convince Ida to share with me the most obscure secrets of her kitchen. As a demonstration of my trustworthiness, I forgot the names of my own parents right there in front of her. Every time I wanted to cook this legendary stew, I'd call Ida on the telephone and ask her for a quick, temporary reminder. You're on the boat, we haven't got a phone line, so I have to seek out culinary wisdom on videotapes of cooking shows. So back to the matter at hand. Next we I had some crushed tomatoes. Oh, it's you, I thought. Never mind, hello. I don't have any crushed tomatoes. I have some ketchup. Hey there, could I ask you? Wait, why are you cooking? We're stopping at Salmonitis in 20 minutes. It's for tomorrow. Oh well, just don't forget about it this time. I'm not scrubbing up any more boiled over sludge. Sorry, listen, I have a favor to ask. There's a package for the telephone exchange, and I can't get Mammoth back there. Could you deliver it for us? The guy I mentioned earlier from the TV station, Dashion Morse, works there now. Thought you might like to chat with him anyway. Thanks a lot. We've got a dinghy all ready to go. Maybe take your friend with you. One of you can man the outboard motor, the other can aim the flashlight. It's dark. Okay. Scene 8. Lot of scenes this. Echo River Central Exchange. Lot of scenes. Thanks again for your help. This is about as far as the tugboat can go. You know, the noise and lights disturb the bats. So you'll pass through the bat sanctuary, which is really nice, by the way. Be sure to check out all the plaques and stuff for, cool bat facts. Plenty of time. Anyway, the Echo River Central Exchange, Consolidated Auxiliary Switch number 30. They changed the name when the power company took over. Anyway, it's just on the other side of the bat sanctuary. This package is going to Poppy. She's an operator. The operator. We'll meet you soon on the other side at Salmonitis for our scheduled early breakfast stop. Just follow the river. Can't miss it. Oh, I almost forgot. You may or may not be interested. There's this kind of weird memorial sculpture on your way in, just before the bat sanctuary. I always recommend people at least stop and take a look at it. It's really sort of... I don't know how to say it. You should check it out. Okay, bye. Okay. Wow, we're going slow, huh? I guess it is just a little dinghy with a little outboard, but man... We claim these helmets in the name of the folks who wore them, and we place them here in their memory, but also as a spit in the greedy green eye of that power company who bought up our old mine and traded our brothers' and sisters' safety for a little more yield, but only yielded 28 good men and women dead when the walls collapsed and the tunnel filled with water. Their lungs were black, but now they're washed clean and full of water too, and swept through hidden tunnels into some awful cave we will never find, and so we guess the water buried them for us, so let this here be the marker for their grave. And if any son of a bitch from the power company wants to take back these helmets as company property, just you try and see what will happen. Hey, Elkhorn, that's the name of the mine we met in. Where your folks, worked. Looks like it's been here a while. I sure as hell wouldn't mess with it. Think whoever wrote it is still that angry? I don't think you ever forget anger like that. No, I guess you probably don't. This probably stirs up... I mean, how do you... It's fine. I'm glad this is here. People should remember this happened. Well, here we are, remembering, and I didn't even know the first time around, but here I am remembering it now. That's a fine memorial, I guess. Uh-huh. Can I look forward? No. I'm glad we took Blue with us. Hey guys. What, you're looking at me like I'm crazy, haha. Just sometimes I forget I don't really know you that well. Yeah, well, that makes two of us. You know, those guys in the distillery are just making the best of a bad situation, like the rest of us. Hey, one of them said to me earlier that they could even help me take care of these medical bills for my leg, you know? Get all together on a plan, consolidated. Hey, if we can find her, maybe Weaver could help you get out of this thing with the distillery? She has some experience with them. Oh, sure, could be. Anyway, I have a feeling it'll all work out. Even this delivery? Yeah, we're almost there, right? Hell, at this point, I bet we could just take off the parking brake and that truck will roll into 5 Dogwood Drive by itself. Listen, that old truck I've been driving belonged to my boss, Ira, Lizette's husband. To be honest, Ira didn't like me very much, but somehow Liz got it into her mind that he would have wanted me to have the truck someday. Maybe to make up for all the yelling he did. Or maybe so his ghost could hold it over me. Just one more thing to make me feel like I owed him for... Anyway, they got their own trucks at the distillery, and now that the antique shop is closing up, I've got no use for the old truck. I was thinking you could take it. That's very generous, but I don't need a truck. You could drive it around while you figure out what's next. Hell, you could sleep in it if you need to. It's big enough. Well, just think about it anyway. You'd be doing me a favor, you know? One less thing to deal with. This reminds me of, the boat in Night in the Woods. Visitors to the Echo River split-nosed brown bat artificial hibernaculum and sanctuary are asked to take extra precautions in order to prevent the introduction of foreign fungal contaminants and the spread of white nose syndrome. Please do not visit the sanctuary during the same day you visited any cave known or suspected to host bats with white nose syndrome. Please do not leave your vehicle. If you must leave your vehicle, please remove shoes, clothes, jewelry, headwear, and eyeglasses to ensure you do not bring any foreign spores ashore with you. Please do not touch any bats or structures. The split-nosed bat is confused by light. If you are using a lantern or other official light source, be aware that it may attract and confuse bats. If you are approached by bats, do not panic. Relax. Stop your vehicle and switch off your light. Never touch a bat. Never touch a bat. Words to live by. A bat. Bat fact. Ever talk with your mouth full? Bats do it all the time. Bats are extremely high-pitched, high-frequency clicks, too high for humans to hear. And they use their powerful ears to scan for the echoes of these ultrasonic clicks. By comparing the very subtle differences in the time these echoes take to come back, differences of just a millionth of a second, bats are able to picture their environment with enough accuracy to catch a flying insect. Once a bat has caught an insect in its mouth, it's still flying and still needs to avoid running into anything. So bats keep clicking away, even while they munch on a tasty bug snack. It may be poor table manners, but it's crucial for surviving in the dark. Wonder how these other bats know whether one of them is really talking or just chasing a bug. Sometimes it's hard to know with people, too. Oh yeah, like how about this weather? Guess there are layers to it, right? Sometimes you just need to get the other person talking so you can check out their body language, or hear what their voice sounds like. Find out if they're friendly, or angry, or drunk. Haha. Oh, hey, it's time to call the episode. So thanks for watching, y'all. I love you very much, and I'll see you next time. Remember, Black Lives Matter, defund the police. Bye-bye!